What is going on, everyone? It is Tyler McKinney back here again. And yeah, you ever feel like you just woke up from a nightmare and glad you're not there anymore? Well, I wish that was the case, but that's not what the ending to that. It was an all right pay-per-view up until the end. And it was just a terrible, terrible finish. We'll see, though, like I've said before, AEW right now has my trust, so hopefully they've got something in mind that I'm not thinking about, and we'll see where it goes from there. Don't know. But what I did want to talk about here real quick is why Christian is the perfect person for AEW to get. And I know that for a lot of you out there, he is not that big wow factor that they built up to. But I will say he is a huge, huge get. And, you know, for me, I don't know if it's like other people, it's a big letdown. Actually, for me, I was super excited that it was him. I think it was great that they picked up Ethan Page. But remember, this is not about the short game. This is not about the short game. This is about the long game. And Christian is a long game get. AEW is in this thing for the long haul. They're not in it for the short haul. AEW is trying to become a big-time wrestling company, not just a way for these guys who are already established in wrestling to gain a buck at the end of their wrestling career. That's not what this is about, and that's why Christian is the perfect get. Why? Because the guy can still wrestle. I know other people, and a lot of people have said that he's not going to bring the draw, he's not going to bring the dollars. His name being back on there is going to bring a draw, especially if he makes a big impact on where it is. People know his name. He's name recognition. And I get it. He's not the Brock Lesnar's people are wanting, not the Batistas, not the Rock, might not even be the Kurt Angle out there. But what he does bring is longevity. I think he can work for quite a few years. And like I said, he can do the Matt Hardy thing. You can attach other people to him, whether it be against them on the card or other people that you put with him and him bring them up like Matt Hardy with Private Party. This is what AEW needed to do. Maybe they overhyped it a little bit. I think that was part of the problem with this pay-per-view was that it was such a good Dynamite show, and they've gotten used to putting together really, really good Dynamite shows that their pay-per-view wasn't that much better to really stand out from a regular Dynamite. And the other thing is the finish was just absolutely terrible. So when you have an average pay-per-view that was hyped up big, that didn't deliver, you have that. And also on top of that, when you have a bad finish, it just leaves a bad taste in everybody's mouth. And unfortunately, guys, this nightmare you can't wake up from, and this is not the good nightmare like the Nightmare Family. This is a bad nightmare that we're going to have to figure out how we can get rid of this hangover come Wednesday night. I'm kind of excited to see how they try to figure out this debacle that they've gotten themselves into. We'll see what happens with that. But I'm telling you right now, in the long run, Christian is the get. He is the get that they needed. He is the guy that they needed to get. And the other thing that we're not talking about here is Christian right now looks good. He is in a really good spot. And for AEW to steal him away from WWE is a huge, huge thing. He's a guy you can put a title on, and he can really run with it. He can be your world champion. He's a guy who can lift other people up. He really is a chameleon. You can really change into anything. And that is a big, big thing for them right now. Like I said, guys, this is the long game. I was super excited when they had him because I'm like, AEW knows what they're doing. AEW business-wise knows how to bring the business in there and to do that. So for me, it was a huge get. And I know, again, it's one of those things where it was a bit of a letdown for a lot of you out there. And I see that. I'm not going to play that off. This pay-per-view was a big letdown for the fans, and I don't think the Christian thing would have been as big of a deal had the pay-per-view just not been garbage at the end and just left a bad taste in everyone's mouth. However, just looking at the Christian thing, I think it's fantastic. I think that it's great. In the long run, it's going to be really, really good. They've got a lot of really, really good talent. Young, really good talent. Whereas you don't see that you don't see that over in WWE. WWE has a lot of really good talent, but a lot of those guys are established in the mid of their, in the prime of their careers or at the later end. You don't see a lot of the young talent there like you do with AEW. And I could really, really see a lot of the young talent benefiting from not only having the knowledge and the training from them, but somebody who can show them and work with them and do that with them. It's one thing to have the experience of Arn Anderson. It's another to have the experience of Arn Anderson and him be able to show that to you. And that's what you get with Christian. And two, listen, the guy's done it in all facets. He's been a really, really good tag team competitor. AEW has a really good tag team division. He's been a really good singles competitor. AEW has really good singles wrestlers. He knows how to work a mic. They've got young guys that need help with that. A few of them, if they can get their mic skills up, are going to be huge. And right now that's a big deal between AEW and WWE. Everything is scripted in WWE, and AEW guys are able to really cut some really nice promos, and they need help building those skills up. He's got the whole package. Like I said, I get it. He's not the big fireworks everyone was wanting, but he's what AEW needs. And in this wrestling climate, that's a good thing. When we have competition between the two companies, AEW just built themselves up a bit with this signing for the long haul. They are building for the long haul, not down the drag strip. They are, building this thing for a long race, which is a good thing. Back to that pay-per-view, though, man, that bad taste we got in our mouths, it's going to be there for a little while until Wednesday. And if you want me to really break that down, just let me know down in the comment section, and maybe I'll do a video later on kind of giving my thoughts on it and where AEW fell flat on their face. So that's what I have for you guys today. Like always, let me know down in the comment section what your thoughts are. If you were disappointed, if you think this is the greatest thing, let me know down there, and we'll continue the conversation on down there. All right, guys, I know that you're busy. I know that I'm busy. So have a good night. Bye.